Hey guys, I recently got a new drawing tablet, so I'm making this video to give my review on it and talk a little bit about what I've been doing with my free time recently. Anyway, this is my review on the Huion Kamvas 13 2020. It's part of the new series of pen displays from Huion, along with its larger counterparts, the Kamvas 16 and the Kamvas 20. I recently bought this tablet because I've been wanting a screen tablet for a few years now, and I had only really been waiting for a few select features to come out, which this had, so everything ended up working out fine, and I'll talk about what those features were a bit later. Now, onto the unboxing. Right out of the box, we get a box, and after struggling to open that box, we are greeted with another more presentable box, packaged with a little "thank you for choosing Huion" card, which is kinda nice. Once we open up the canvas box, we have the tablet right up top, which I'm going to tenderly set aside for now. Next up, we have the Huion pen, which is batteryless and looks great. I'll be talking about its performance a little bit later. And next up, we have the Huion metal stand, along with its manual to show you how to operate it. The stand is quite impressive, with the ability to collapse into a very tight box, but can also hold your tablet at 6 different angles very securely, and I think the design's great. After that, there is a glove and screen protector, which I forgot to film, so here's a photo. And after that, we have the pen holder, which unscrews to hold a bunch of extra nibs, and fits the pen great in 2 different orientations, while also looking quite a bit nicer than some other pen holders I've used from Wacom. Finally, in the box, we have the Huion 3-to-1 cable, which accompanies all of their newer pen displays, which requires one USB port for power, one for data transfer, and an HDMI port. I didn't end up using this cable for very long, and I'll be talking about why in a couple minutes. And finally, we have the tablet itself. Now, can you please have a moment of silence? This tablet overall looks gorgeous. It has 8 customizable buttons along with the small power button, and the screen has a primarily matte surface, which makes it so that it doesn't reflect a bunch of light, which is nice for me because I have some natural light coming into my room, and it also makes drawing on it feel really nice. On the back we have 4 sticky pads to allow grip if you're setting it on a flat surface. And on the side we have 2 ports, one for the Huion 3-to-1 cable I mentioned a second ago, and one for a single USB-C to USB-C connection cable. And that brings us on to one of the best features about this tablet, and that is its compatibility with a single USB-C cable. And even though the port is fitted so only the Huion brand cable will fit into it, it's still a very cool feature. As far as I know, this is one of the few tablets with the ability to connect with just one cable, along with Wacom's Mobile Studio Pro and Wacom Cintiq Pro, but those are both far more expensive than this tablet. Being able to connect your tablet with just one cable rather than this mess of cables makes organizing your desk way nicer, and also allows you to connect your tablet to an Android that has a USB-C port if you download the right softwares. One of the reasons this specific feature appeals to me is that my laptop only has one HDMI port, which is already in use for my second monitor, so to make the 3-to-1 cable work I had to purchase a USB-C hub. But once I got the Huion USB-C to USB-C cable, it just goes right into my laptop and it's very convenient. Sadly, the USB-C cable does not come with the tablet and needs to be purchased separately or added onto your order while buying on Amazon for half off. It is truly a luxury among pen displays and not something you usually get with a tablet of this price. Speaking of, the price of this tablet comes in at around $260 if you purchase it with a stand. And if you add the special cable to your order, which I highly recommend you do if you have that port, you're set at a solid $280. The tablet is very light at 2.16 pounds or 980 grams. And while it is very light, it still feels very solid and not near as fragile as I'd expected. After connecting the tablet for the first time, I opened up Photoshop and got to trying out the pressure sensitivity and other features that it boasts about. And to be brief, it feels great, partially to the really nice surface of the screen, making it feel like you're drawing more on paper than on glass. The pen is batteryless, which is great, has 2 customizable buttons on the side, and has tilt control up to 60 degrees, allowing you to have full control over tilt brushes if you use them. The resolution of this tablet is 1920 by 1080 across a 13.3-inch display, so everything looks fairly sharp, even though it does get a bit pixely up close. It also allows a very wide color range, bringing you 120% sRGB, so everything looks very vibrant and rich. Testing out the colors, I can attest they look great, as you can see right here. And if things don't look quite right to you, you can always adjust them in the OSD menu, which you access by pressing the 2 middle buttons. And in here you have a lot of settings to play around with, like brightness, contrast, backlight, and also some color correction things like gamma, hue, and saturation, giving you the ability to pretty much make it look however you need. I don't really think there are many drawbacks to this tablet. The only issues I ran into were some initial setup issues with the USB-C cable, but I fixed those by uninstalling the drivers, restarting my computer, and everything was working fine. Personally, I really love this tablet. I've used some other pen displays, and this is by far the best experience I've ever had with one. I'd say that this is a very good tablet if you're trying to get into digital art, and it's an extremely fair price at just shy of $300, so I think it's great for somebody who's also trying to save some money. I often found myself just using it as a third monitor because its resolution is great, the colors pop, and it's really nice to have another monitor at your desk, especially when it's lower down. I don't know why, I just prefer it. It's kind of nice. I think for its price, this is the best pen display on the market right now. It has a lot of cool features that I've never seen implemented so well into a display tablet in such a nice, simple design, and not to mention for an extremely affordable price. I haven't tried out all the features on this tablet yet, like being able to connect to an Android, but if I ever end up doing that, I'll probably post something about it on my Instagram, FuzzyChainYT, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. Anyway, that's all I really have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.